Cam, you usually, think things so thoroughly. How do you even assess what happened tonight?
Um, it's tough, man. It's tough. Nobody wanted our season to end like that. Nobody wanted to come out and have a performance like that. But it is what it is. Can't change it now. I know our whole entire group tried our best to get it right as it was, going south, but didn't work out for us tonight. And it's not just tonight either. We had some performances this series that we all wish we could have gone back and fixed. Felt like we shouldn't even have been in this position, but sometimes things happen. Life happens. I've been saying this all along. Everything doesn't always go your way. You just gotta fight and fight and fight. And now our fight, just looks a little bit different. Our fight is getting ready to get back to that end series.
Curious, from what everyone was saying yesterday, guys are locked in, everyone's focused, and it's like at a high level. How do you go from that to what we saw in that first half?
I wish I had the answer for it, because then you could have addressed it, nipped it in the bud. And I don't even have much more to add to that. It is frustrating, though. It is frustrating. And I understand exactly what you're saying, and I understand exactly every question that's asked. I wish I had better answers for you. I wish I had, all the insight to it. But the best answer I can give you right now is that things happen. And not to be a victim of circumstance, in a victim of circumstance type of way, but in a we messed up kind of way. And it's something that we have to own, every individually, personally, because everybody had an impact on that game. And what I'm trying to say is it's not for lack of want, it's not for lack of desire. Sometimes everything extends a little bit more between want and desire. Obviously, we want and desire a lot of things in this world, and success is at the top of that list. But we came up short. We didn't play the way we were supposed to. We didn't do the things that we did in earlier games to win, and they got comfortable and they rolled. And you have to give credit to them for taking advantage of that.
Cam, it's along the same lines, but how do you process the level you guys were at in the regular season, the consistency you guys had with that, and just sort of losing it in the last 2 to 3 weeks? How do you process that?
The regular season at this point only means that this last game was in our building. You can't bank on those wins to, you can't borrow one from the regular season and place it in the postseason. You got to come out and compete. The thing is, when you have success in the regular season, you've proven to yourself and to other people that you're capable of winning a lot of games and capable of winning games in different ways. We didn't bring that tonight. And talking about tonight specifically, there's just so many areas where we should have been better. And it leaves you with regret for sure. It leaves you with a lot of what ifs and wish I could change this. But you just gotta take that.
You guys proved last year you could make a deep playoff run all the way to the finals. Is there any noticeable difference you see between last year and this year that you saw?
It's not the same. They're just different seasons. Different seasons presents different challenges. And we didn't step up to that challenge today. I can't tell you guys enough how much I wish I could rewind the clock a couple hours. And it's not the first time in my career, any of our careers, that we've been in a position where you just wish you could rewind the clock 5 hours. But you can't.
Cam, I know this is probably a tough question to answer right now, but how do you kind of weigh the fun 64-win season that you guys had versus kind of the end result now?
I heard Kel say this as it goes out, and I don't know what he was referring to, but you also have to be aware of the entirety of the situation. I feel very grateful to be in the city playing on this team, a team that accomplished a lot in the regular season. The people that we have in in our program, the people that we have on our team, they all mean a lot to me individually. And it was something that, you know, a situation where I showed up to work every day, happy and excited to be around our coaches, our teammates, you know, our staff. And you can't take that away. The pain of this doesn't take that away. You know, all of us got a lot of friends in this league. And from everything that I've gathered, we have a very good group, a very fun group to play with, and a great group that fights together. And I'm not going to let one game strip that from this year's experience.
Cam, back here. I'm sure some people may compare this. We've already, you know, asked some questions comparing this to the finals last year, but even in those games, it didn't look quite the same way as this one. Did it surprise you to see the way that this ended?
Yeah, you know, I fully expected to come out here and win tonight. And I don't compare it much to last year. Last year, we were there every game. A couple plays on the stretch didn't go our way, and that was the difference. You know, tonight we got beat in every asset, you know, in every facet of the game, we got beat. So I don't compare the two much.
You weren't on the court to start the game, but I think Luka had Dallas's first 8 points. And, you know, in that first quarter, he's posting up DeAndre, hitting step backs. When you're watching that, what kind of goes through your mind? Is it you start to feel a little bit discouraged at all, or how do you kind of react to when he has a goal?
It's too early to get discouraged at that point. There's still so much time left. But you react the same way anybody else react, the same way everybody in this room will react. You got to do more to shut that off. And we didn't. And, you know, it is what it is. But I see it. I notice it. And he was rolling early, and, you know, as much as I can say, I wish we would have came out and played differently. It's not gonna do anything now, and it's obvious, right? It seems very obvious. Hindsight's always 20/20. But, you know, in the moment, everybody was trying to change that.
And you guys got to halftime down 30. How much shock was there versus how much resolve were coming out of the locker room?
There was a lot of resolve. There was definitely belief that, you know, that we could do something that was very, very hard and turn it around. And as a competitor, which we all are, none of us were going to lay down and think the game was over. We are going to go out there and fight every play. But, you know, I got to be honest, and I don't know if shock is the word, but it's not like we went into halftime smiling, saying we're going to come back and win this game with smiles on our face. You know, we looked at each other and said, to come back and win this game, we need to play different. And the way we played in that first half was unacceptable. And it's just frustrating, man. It's you know, it just happened, and it is the final game of the season. As much as I don't like to admit that, but I still have to process it. I still have to process a lot of it. I still have to process this game. Still have to process the series in the light of the entire season, and try to figure out what went wrong and what I can do personally to help achieve a different outcome. And I think that's all it comes down to. And that's what I'm gonna spend the next 4 months doing.
Thank you.